What's up, everybody? It's Fierce Francis here, and today we're going to be going over the top 5 no-shows of E3 2013. And basically, when I talk about the top 5 no-shows, this is basically games that were rumored to be in development, or something that was supposed to happen that didn't happen at E3. So let's go ahead and get right into it. At number 5, we have Deep Down from Capcom. This game, Deep Down, was shown off at Sony's PS4 reveal back in February, and it looked very promising. A lot of people couldn't tell whether it was CG or if it was actually gameplay. A lot of people have been saying since then that it is actually gameplay on the new Phanta Ray engine that Capcom is employing. But it was a no-show at E3, which is definitely not good because they showed it off at Sony's PS4 reveal, but they didn't bring it to E3. So maybe the game is farther back than we think. So hopefully we'll get to see it soon. But yeah, as for number 5, Deep Down from Capcom. Moving on to number 4, Sakaguchi's Wii U game. This was something that was rumored even as far back as in 2012. Sakaguchi has been supposedly working on a Wii U game, especially after the warm response to the last story on the Wii. And we all thought maybe that we could get his game at E3 2013, but unfortunately, Sakaguchi's game is not there. But we all know Miss Walker is working on some type of Wii U game, so hopefully it'll get its own Nintendo Direct soon, or hopefully we'll see it by the end of the year, maybe early next year, who knows. But that was a little bit of a disappointment for me. So for number 4, Sakaguchi's Wii U game. Alright, moving on to number 3. Number 3 is going to be Microsoft's commitment to Japan. Back when the Xbox One was first unveiled, back in March, Microsoft revealed that they're going to have a commitment to Japan. But at E3 this year, there was nothing for Japan. There was no release date for the Xbox One in Japan. There was no Japanese games outside of Crimson Dragon being an exclusive and some multi-plats, Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. And there was no first-party outreach to get more Japanese games on the system. It's really going to be a shooter box, just like the Xbox 360 turned into at the end of the year, shooters and Kinect. So that's really upsetting for me. That was my number 3 on the list here, and I really was expecting Microsoft to do a little bit more because they said they had a commitment to Japan, and they don't even announce a release date for the Japanese for the Xbox One. So that's not a commitment to Japan in my opinion. All right, moving on to number 2 now. Shin Megami Tensei Crossfire Emblem. We heard about this game back in January at Nintendo's big Nintendo Direct that they had, but no information has trickled out since then. And a lot of us were expecting information at E3 this year about the game, just basically because Fire Emblem Awakening is awesome and Shin Megami Tensei 4 is out. But those games are relatively new, and maybe Nintendo is waiting for all of those games to get its sales before they discuss this new game. Or maybe it's just too early in development. Who knows? They did just announce it, and they had no gameplay at the reveal of it. It was just basically artwork that they've shown off from both of the series games, no actual footage. So maybe it's a little too early to show off the game. We'll probably get a Nintendo Direct later in the year, and that's what's really good about these Nintendo Directs, is they can come anytime, so we don't have to wait till E3 or some big show to get that. We can get it at any time. But that was definitely a disappointment for me and a lot of people, not being able to see the new Shin Megami Tensei Crossfire Emblem game. And for our number 1 disappointment of E3 is Retro Studios not showing off their mature themed game. Now, they did show off Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, which a lot of people were not expecting that. A lot of people necessarily didn't want it, but of course we're all going to go out and buy it. But Retro hired a bunch of people from studios like Naughty Dog, from Vigil. They hired these really awesome artists that have worked on mature themed games, that have worked on online multiplayer. There's no way that they spent all this money getting these people going into a bigger studio to develop Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. They are working on a new engine. They are working on a Metroid game or a new IP to utilize that talent. We just have to wait to get it. They probably need a little bit more time and money to make it for the Wii U, but it was still a disappointment to me and a lot of people that they didn't show off at least their initial impressions. But of course they're trying to sell Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze now to help, but still was a disappointment. So that was my number 1 disappointment of E3. Alright, just basically going over a recap. At number 5, we had Deep Down from Capcom. At number 4, we had Sakaguchi's no-show Wii U game. At number 3, we had Microsoft's commitment to Japan. At number 2, we had the no-show for Shin Megami Tensei Crossfire Emblem. And of course, at number 1, we had Retro's no-show for the Metroid game, or a Dark Mature themed game with all the talent that they brought in. Alright, so make sure you check out the description below. You can see playeressence.com. Go there for all your news, reviews, trailers, tips, tricks. We got it all there, plus a ton of E3 coverage. Also, make sure you check out our Facebook like page, because if you go on Facebook, you like us there, you get all of our exclusive content sent straight to your PC, phone, tablet, all of that stuff. It's pretty cool. Alright, my name is Furious Francis, and although I was disappointed with a couple of things, E3 overall was great. Just make sure you check out the website like I said before. Check out all of the content we have. It's really cool. Alright, we will see you guys next time for the next video. Peace.